Chad was a big part of why this was fun, even though I complained about it a lot. And now he got me really upset, like really, really upset. And he finds it even more interesting that he has me this upset. You know, if Chad would call me on one of those stupid numbers and say, look, are you really upset? We could talk privately. I said, yes, I really am, man. You know, you're really hurting me with this shit. You're really upsetting me this time. This is not me just, you know, ranting and raving and being a jackass and, you know, carrying on and blowing off steam. You really got me upset this time. And I think he knows it. I think he knows that he's really got me upset. And he really likes that he's got me really upset. So
well,
I gotta go.
That's one of the first rules of trolling, Cleany. Don't let someone know.
Because Chad was capable to care about him. Chad conned me like Elisa did. See, I got conned twice, really badly. You know, I got convinced that Elisa cared about me as a human being. And then, you know, I got conned. And then I got angry about it. And then I did it again, but even worse because I've been talking to Chad more and longer. So Chad, there's no, you know, I really believed that we were going to meet and we were going to someday be dear friends and I could depend on him. And so he got in. You know, it's like Kelly, I don't think that's ever going to happen with because in fact, if I go to Tampa and I can't be friends with Kelly, it's going to really, really hurt. You know, if I can't be friends with Joey and Kelly when I go to Florida, it's going to be very painful. But I'll get over it because, hey, they only knew me here. And then if they, you know, get to meet me in life and then we don't hit it off or, you know, it's, you know, not comfortable, then you go on. But Chad really got in there. He weaseled it his way in, you know, because he gets me, you know, let me tell you the reason I know he did. Because I was not going to tell people that I didn't go to Japan. He wouldn't leave it alone because I was supposed to go. And he pounded it and he pounded it. And then he says, look, you'll feel better if you just tell it. So then I finally said, you know, but that's now why he's doing it with this thing. Because I, you know, didn't go to Japan at the last minute, which really upset me. And now that I am going to this, and this is not just a vacation. This is life and death shit. He's doing it again. And it's like, oh, prove it. Where's your ticket? You know, show this. You know, Periscope, do this. You know, show me this. You know, and then you're lying. And he said it like 10 times in the last week. You're lying. I don't believe you're going. You're not going. You're not. You know. I said, Chat, I really am going. You know, stop doing it. It's not funny and stuff. And that's why I'm getting off. I'm serious.
So
that's why I'm getting off. No, I won't be out tomorrow. I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow. I'm not really all the way packed. You know, and the other thing is I realize that he manipulates the shit out of me and has for months. He gets me to do shit that I don't really want to do. Like I did not want to take the PlayStation. I really did. But then, you know, he convinced me to get it and try this. I did not want to do the Twitch. I did not want to do PlayStation. And then he convinces me to do it. And then when I didn't get it all set up, he's saying, you know, he starts giving me drama. He's calling me. You guys aren't even hearing the calls. I'm like, dude, I got to go to work tonight. I've been trying to figure this out. Oh, I'm trying to help you. And then he tries to turn it into something like, and see, he turns everything about, he knows I need to make money. He said, look, I'm trying to get something you can make money. I'm like, first of all, if anything, it's going to cost me money the first time somebody does a transaction reverse. And I tried to tell him that in private, and I tried to tell him that on these Hangouts. And he keeps saying, no, this is not going to happen. That's going to happen. Well, you don't even care. You don't want help. And then he keeps trying to make me feel guilty that, you know, Doug spent this money for this stuff. And Doug has told me it's not a big deal. It's like 10 cents to him. He told me in a DM he spent over $500,000 on Amazon since he's had that account. And I believe that he's telling the truth. You know, he's literally says, I spent $500,000. I've spent over $500,000 on Amazon. You know, and I believe Doug. So it's like he's doing that petty Jewish shit. And it's like around and around and around we go, and around and around and around we go. Well, guess what? He spun me up so damn much this last 3 weeks. I'm done. Because let's go back a little bit. Chad always knows when I'm going to get shit. Chad always knows when I get the fake card from Natalie Maines. Chad always is in the loop of knowing all these things, right? He's always, and then he likes to brag like, "Well, I just know, you know, I get told things." Yeah, because you're behind it. The Santa suit. The reason I wore the Santa suit because Chad wouldn't shut up about it, but I also, you know, said I would, so I did. But everything since Christmas is Chad's huge trolling. Oh, but you're my favorite. I love Beanie, aren't you? You know, yeah. Love me my ass. The motherfucker really wants to see me snap. He wishes me harm. You know, Brian, you ever think that the person that's the closest is actually your biggest enemy?
Never know.
You ever think that, Brian?
You never know, right?
So I'm leaving this thinking he's behind all of it. And
Never know who's your friend.
and he's not my friend. He's not my friend.
Right, you never know.
And he uses the same tactics because he knows it worked with EJ. And he's, you know, and another thing that I really seem to be forgetting, it happened so long ago, I forgot it. I had to go back and think about what Krista told me in private about Chad. She really trusted Chad. She really had bonded with him. They used to talk a lot, and he turned on her and really ripped her a new one. And yeah, you can say, well, that's Crystal, you know, she's a hot mess. But I'm starting to recall that conversation we had, and this has been over a year ago, whatever it was, and she really, really, really hurt her.
Oh.
He did.
Yeah.
And it's, I love Crystal. So what he did with her was the same thing. He'd call her. And, you know, she's real honest, which she's too honest in a lot of ways.
Right.
And she's a drama queen, but she was really, really honest with him. She really, really trusted him, and he turned on her. And then I wasn't sticking up for her. I said, well, what do you expect? You know, you mess with a drug addict, they're gonna flip out. Drug addicts are, you know, unstable people to begin with. So I kind of like didn't look at it for what it was. The point is, he's got a history of getting close and then terrorizing you.
Huh.
And that's and now he's done it to me. So
I didn't know.
I'm not going to do drugs. I'm not going to, you know, lose my mind. I'm going to go away. And when Chad was being filmed threatened, and see, this is why it's so stupid, because I got Mazza to admit to me in January that he really doesn't think he was even that close to finding anything out on Chad. He says, I got all these theories, but I keep coming into a dead end. You know, he gets something going, and then because nobody's going to give up Chad. If there's anybody that knows anything about Chad, they're loyal to him. Or what was he saying? He says either loyal to him, or, you know, he's got these alliances built up. But he really said, and this is what Chad keeps saying he never did. Chad says he never contacted his neighbors. I know for a fact that he did, and it's got Chad's fingerprints all over it. He says he never posted his wife's job. I know for a fact he did post her job and tried to say, you know, somebody else did it. And the reason I know he's up to this kind of shit, because he did the same thing. I tried to tell him when he put my picture on that apartment that Claire Sider had contacted me because she still stalks the Ciderman. And Ciderman had told her in confidence that he hasn't lived there since a long time ago. So here he's got some idiot taking my picture.
Wow, crazy.
And putting it on the gate, on the door. It was placed in like 5 different places. You know?
It says Chad.
And he put him up to it. He did. You know, Claire Sider told me straight up, she knows for a fact he is behind everything. So not that he would, you know, do harm to me, but his spouts, oh, I'm such a fan. I love Clinty. You know, you're the best. You know, yada, 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 yada. Love, 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 love. This guy's out to fucking do me in. He is.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving this tonight for good. Just watch now that I'm gone. Who is he going to go after next?
I don't know.
You know, do you think just because I'm leaving, Chad's going to leave? I don't believe so.
Nice to me so far, but we'll see.
Of course. That's how he wills you in.
Right.
And I'm guaranteeing you're going to have people taking pictures of you. You're going to be someplace in public and something's going to be left in one of your cars. There's going to be a note on your door. They're going to find out one of your brothers or sisters or friends, maybe in California. I'm telling you, they're going to do it. And it's going to be orchestrated by Chad.
Wow, scary.
You know, and that's why, you know, it used to be evil Chad, nice Chad, and that's why he keeps saying I'm the nice Chad. You know, Gonzo, I completely forgot about this conversation. Like almost a year ago, Gonzo was just infuriated with Chad. And I never saw the show because I wasn't around then. And he is just like crazy. And to this day, because he got so into, this is what you got to realize about Gonzo. And Gonzo's been real distance ever since. And see, I figured this out because I've had private conversations with Gonzo. And I think, and the reason I'm only bringing it up because Gonzo did do it on KNX. He still uses Gonzo picture and puts horns on it. And Gonzo has told me, he said, don't trust that Chad. He's a son of a bitch. He's a piece of shit. So let's go down the list. Mazza left because of Chad. Crystal had a major ordeal with Chad. Gonzo had an ordeal with Chad. There's another one, and I'm forgetting who it is. And now me. Robin, I guess too. But see, Robin came back and gave up more shit. And so let's see what he likes to do is he likes to go after people he knows don't have the money to fight back. He knows I don't have the money to fight back. He knows I don't have the power, the juice. I don't have the resources to fight back. Mazza did. One thing about Mazza does have money. He's got some money put away. He's never going to have to work again. And I know this for a fact. Okay. So Mazza kind of, had him thinking, but see, this is why I know he's not in the United States, because he was never concerned about Mazza finding him.
Where do you think he is in Canada?
I have a very strong feeling that he's in Canada. Yes.
Right.
I was saying Poland and all this other shit. I think he's in Canada. Or, I have, and maybe he does show up to the United States. The thing is, I just don't care. It's like, he got in my head. He's got me really stirred up. But it's a good thing because I do need to stop doing this. Right. So actually, he's doing me a favor. He got so in my head today. You know who else he ran off? He ran off Ismay.
Oh, really?
I thought I did, or I thought just Ismay was real busy, and I thought because I, was bringing up the satanic worship and shit that he got tired of that. I actually talked to Ismay, and he says, first of all, the child is number one. He's a full-time dad. When he's not working, he's a full-time dad, and he was enough with the drama. And I said, well, drama by what? He goes, Chad, and Chad's bullshit. And he mentioned a couple, but he dropped the Chad name quick. And the thing is that this is probably the Achilles heel to me. Here is this faceless troll that I let get in my head too much. And that's my fault. That's nobody. Just like, I let Elisa get in my head. That was really, really bad. That I really let her get in my head. I got consumed by it. I got consumed by this thing. And then I had a complete meltdown and talked about the bitch for a year.
Yeah.
Because I was really more disgusted with myself than I was anything else. At the end of the day, I don't ever blame EJ, Bronk, Tricep, Chad, any of them. I blame myself. Yeah. I'm the one that turned on the computer. I'm the one that just got lost in it and just got so over the top obsessed with it. It's all on me.
Right.